PFC 11 knockout kidney disease. We're posted up in London, Ontario, and I get to talk to a victorious Michael Imperato. How's it going, man?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and a bit of a change with the weight class and everything like that. How did it feel out there? Was it a great deal different than previous forays at bantamweight at all?
You know what, to be honest, I do cut a lot of weight. I do walk around pretty heavy. It was a short notice fight. I asked for it. It's close to home. I never really had a chance to fight in Ontario since my third fight. So it's my second time. I knew I had a lot of family and friends that wanted to see me. I was hoping to fight in the winner, but when I saw this opportunity, I jumped on it. And the weight class, it is what it is. Sometimes you make adjustments. I felt stronger. Normally, my body felt better, but of course, you're facing a bigger opponent, taller, longer. I had to deal with the reach and the strength. So I made the adjustment. I think I handled it pretty well. But yeah, to be honest, I'm down to fight whoever, whenever, at whatever weight. So.
And you talk about making those adjustments. It seemed like McAloon, like the stuff he was getting going, mostly existed in the first round, and it seems like you started like turning the momentum around. Was there a distinct moment you noticed that momentum shift or anything?
To be honest, man, like I've been through a lot of up and downs, and this one really meant a lot. So I had to dig deep. He caught me on the feet. I'm not sure when, what round, but I know I ate a knee, I think, in the second. I ate a body kick in the third. I felt both of them. He's definitely a solid, strong athlete. He's game. His whole crew, they've been underrated. They've been around for a while. And I got the pleasure of meeting them a little while ago. I never thought I'd bump into them in the ring, but I had the pleasure tonight of facing McAloon. He definitely did really well in a lot of situations. It's just I'm a vet. I've been trained under Sam Zakula. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt, and I've been in a lot of situations. I have over 180 grappling matches where I fought all kinds of different weight classes, absolute divisions, and everything. And I faced it all. I faced adversity in every situation, and as long as I have the gas to push, which I did this time, I'm good to recover in any situation. So I think that's the only spot where he lacked, but he can always improve, and he definitely felt strong and capitalized where he could. But I have my strengths too.
Yeah, for sure. But going forward, predominantly, you're looking at like bantamweight more so, or like maybe featherweight fights as they pop up. Like, what are you thinking on the divisional end of things?
To be honest, I'm not sure who follows my career, but I just turned 30. I had a lot of ups and downs in this sport. Some great, some completely horrible. Unfortunately, incidents outside the octagon prior to my UFC signing, they taken that away. So I never got the opportunity to compete at a high level. It's always been a big dream, more for my family and friends, and my coach, who kind of stepped away from the sport for now, long time only coach, Sam Zakula, my best friend, my best man, like big brother, always looked up to him. He taught me everything I know. He brought me into the sport, and unfortunately he's not beside me today or anywhere, but my goal was always to get there, one for myself and for everyone, but more for him, because I never feel like anyone gave him the recognition he deserves. So I've been trying to do that, and it's tough. When you do it for yourself, it's one thing. When you do it for someone else, it's another. And trying to put two together, it's hard. I have a family. My son was 1 month. He's here today. My daughter's 2.5. My wife's been awesome. She's been sticking it out and breastfeeding, giving birth, putting up my training in the gym, out of the gym. So there's a lot going on. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be around. I don't know how much more I can handle this. I have my own construction company. I have a lot going on in life. I'm very blessed with family, kids. Everything is just, I can't let go. It's a great sport. I feel like I have a lot of talent. I feel like I have a lot to give back, to teach other people. And I feel like there's guys that are up and coming that should have the chance to face me. If they beat me, great. And if they don't, they can learn a lesson. So I feel like I owe a little bit back to the sport. And I'm going to stick around for a bit, 35, 45, I'm not too sure. But either way, wherever I can get fights and whatever makes sense for me at this point, I want to win a few. And then either the UFC calls me back or I retire on a win streak. But I definitely can't go to sleep on a losing streak. So I'm going to do my best to stick around and do whatever I can.
Yeah, for sure. But even that last fight, you seemed very frustrated by the Blake Sigvaldason stoppage, and I was actually there in Grand Prairie covering the event, and yeah, the frustration, like I said, just seemed like very tangible and everything like that. Does this allow you to reach a closure point with that and kind of put it in the rear view and focus on the fact that you secured an impressive victory, or is it still something that kind of stings to some degree or is bothersome, I suppose?
Hell no, man. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I take everything to heart. And I'm a fighter, man. I don't know about a lot of guys. I don't just do it for fun or for a hobby. I've been in every situation, inside, outside the cage, and whatever you want to say, but I have a lot of heart, and there's no quit in me. And I put my life into this sport, 13 years, and a little cut's not going to stop me, especially a cut under the eye. So that Blake Sigvaldason, not that I overlook him. He has a lot of amateurs where I don't, so he has equal amount of fights, and he's been fighting MMA as long as I have. If you look at it, technically, he's definitely a tough dude, but I feel like I should have won that fight. A lot of things went wrong for me. Even if you fast forward before that to Xavier Alloway, I feel like I won a decision, and I got screwed on that one. So, I put my heart in the line, I put my heart and soul into it. I take time away from work and my family, and this is my life. So if you're going to stop me there, you're going to kill me, you know what I mean? Like, not literally, but, little cut under my eye that's not affecting me. I don't really agree with it, and I wish I had a rematch. There was also a title fight, which they took my title away because of that. So, I feel like a rematch should have been in order, but I mean, those guys got what they deserved. They kind of thought like, oh, they beat Mike Imperato, they're on top of the world, they don't want a rematch. They fight, next fight, 30 seconds later, get slammed on his head and KO'd. That's what you get. You win a lucky win over me, you don't want the rematch, and you think you're on top of the world, you fight another tough level dude, and that's what happened. That's what should have happened with me and him. I just have a lot going on, like I said, and kids, family, and business, and I didn't take anything too seriously. This fight, I didn't really take it too seriously either. I had my buddy Kyle Boom Reyes fights for ACA. Should have been in the UFC a long time ago. My buddy Jay Wyszynski. They both, I love these guys both to death. They've been around no matter what, thick and thin. My buddy just flew up from Vegas, spent the week with me. Helped me with the last push, my weight cut, my training, my sessions, and being there mentally and morally. And I look up to him. He's younger than me, but I look up to him. He's the man. And my buddy Jay, he's older than me, and he's been around, and a lot of support, a lot of guys that helped me back at Extreme Couture. And my coach, my best man, Sam Zakula, even though he's not here in spirit, I put it all on the line for these guys, and I appreciate all the done, and I'm going to give back as much as I can.
And it seems like you're reflecting on your career and just like what you want to do in the coming years going forward. Do you think about those early days when you were taking like the lengthy bus rides to go train and your dad wasn't necessarily approving of it so much? Do you think of it in that kind of context as well?
I just know I put a lot on the line. I don't know why I did it. I just went to the gym one day, I met my coach Sam, and a girl beat me, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta learn this sport. So I did. I started competing amateur and led to pro, and then I just got so deep that it's like I crossed that line where you can't go back. And in the MMA world, I developed a reputation, and I felt like I got to protect that. And I feel like some people have a name, to some people I don't. But to the people that believe in me and support me, I feel like I got to come out here and put on the line and show what I've been working on. And I take a lot of time away from my family, and it would be selfish of me if I took this lightly. So I definitely got to give it my all, because I do have a beautiful wife that takes care of my kids and puts up with a lot where a lot of other people won't, where a lot of people question it, and they question her. And man, she's solid. She goes through everything with me. And she's here today. My son, 1 month, breastfeeding, and my daughter, when she was 3 months old, we got married. She was breastfeeding at the altar, and through thick and thin, she's there for everything, and she's always by my side, and she sacrifices a lot to let me do what I want to do too. So I feel like if I don't make the best of it and put my heart on the line, that I'm just taking advantage of everybody. So I appreciate everyone, and then I just try to do my best. My career, I reflect on a lot, because I remember it all like yesterday, and it's all like a big flash. But I do have a big background. I do have a long career with a lot of highs and lows. I feel like I have a lot to share, whether people learn or don't learn. But I never made the right choices, but I can definitely help young upcoming athletes, and I would love to do so.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you're not chugging containers of espresso anymore there, though, eh?
Oh yeah, that was back in the day. Glad you remember that. But yeah, man, funny. That was all my mom's fault.
Being great with your time, though, man. Is there anything you want to add as a parting thought as we're wrapping up, though?
I just want to thank everybody at Extreme Couture, Toronto. They always give me a place to train, and they always let me bring in whoever or whatever. Doug Urch has always been, he's one of the owners, always been amazing to me. My coach, Sam Zakula, even though he's not there recently, he's there in spirit and comes by once in a while, and little talks here and there, I always have him in the back of my mind. My boy Kyle Reyes for coming out. He's definitely been in the UFC soon, so everyone should watch him. My boy Jay for taking their time out of the day and helping me. My buddy Chris Durb from X Performance. He's helped me with a lot of injuries that people don't know about, a lot of soft tissue things. Going back from Jesse Arnett, like 3 days before, 2 tears in my hamstring where people had no idea. I still showed up and won in a minute, where people told me that I shouldn't do it because it's going to tear and I'm going to need big surgery. But these guys helped me through a lot. My kickboxing coach, Paul Kekovic, Whitey Fabiano back at Extreme, they do their part. They put their time in with me, and they're not getting no recognition, or they're not getting paid, and they do it out of the kindness of their heart. So I appreciate everybody. I just want to thank everyone that's ever been around, and of course Prospect and everyone out in London. It's been a great time.
PFC 11, knockout kidney disease, went down in London, Ontario. Michael Imperato scoring an impressive win. And again, just thanks for the time and the insights, man, and enjoy the rest of your night too.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it all.